All right, so finding the surface area from a net. So the net just takes a rectangular prism and basically just breaks it apart. So here's my box, my Kleenex box or whatever it happens to be. We take our little scissors and we cut along there and we break it all apart and lay it all flat, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so finding the surface area from the net is as basic as just taking and finding the area of each one of these rectangles. So a total of 6 of them. And so the area of a rectangle is length times width. Okay, so that means that you're just looking for the dimensions of each one of these. Okay, so I'm going to just I'll start at the top. So in this particular case, this rectangle has 4 times 7. So that's going to be 28. Now what you're going to notice here is that each one of these in a prism, each one of these has a pair. So if that one is 28, this one over here is going to have the same dimensions because it's on the opposite side. Let's have the same dimensions and the same area. So far we have 28 plus 28. So then we go and we move over here. I've got this one, and there are no dimensions on this. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure, you know what, I'm just going to move over here. I'm just going to move over here and try this one right here. Now, the way this unravels, this box, you know that if I was going to fold this back up to match, that if this one here is 4, this one's going to have to be 4. If it's not, then you're going to have a box that has sides, some sides taller than the others. And we know that's not going to work. And then you can see here that this is 10, because if this one's 10, then they're all going to be 10 all the way across. And so based on that information, then I've got this rectangle at 4 times 10 or 40. Okay, so that makes this one the same. This would be 40, and we can look at that and we can see, we say, oh look, because this across from here is going to be 4. Okay, and so that's the case, and so that's the same as the other one, 4 times 10. So 4 times 10 is 40. We just know that they're on opposite sides. One could be the front and one the back, so they've got to be the same. That leaves us with this last one here, 7 times 10. 7 times 10 is 70. And if that one's 70, then again, this is 10. And obviously, if I've rolled this all up, this side that's 7 would be the length of this side. And so we get 7 times 10, and that's going to be 70. So we end up with these 6 numbers. So we've got 28 plus 28 plus 40 plus 40. And then we've got plus 70 plus 70. And however you want to add that up, 28 and 28 is 56, plus 40 and 40 is 80, plus 70 and 70 is 140. And however you want to add that up. These guys are going to be 220 plus 56, and then that's going to be 276. And so that, and then you have to have your units, right? So we are dealing with area. So our units are going to be square units. In this case, it's millimeters, and then you have to have the little 2 with it. So 276 millimeters squared. All right. So that's how you figure that out. So, and there is a kind of a shortcut, but we'll develop that as we go here, and we'll just keep it simple like this. Okay. So we're going to take a look at this next one. All right. So a rectangular prism. All right. So we'll go back here. We'll see. Okay. We've got some sides here, and I'm just going to do these 2 here because I know that if once I find one, I'm going to find the other. Okay, it's pretty easy here because they give you 3 and 10. So 3 times 10 is 30, which makes that 30, which 30 and 30 is 60. So I'll just bring that 60 down. All right, so then I've got 5 times 10. 5 times 10 is 50. So 5 times 10 equals 50. So that makes that 50 and that 50, because opposites are going to be 50. And so 50 plus 50 is 100. So I just bring it down as 100, because why not? So that leaves these little ones. And so this one here is 3. And again, this is 5. It's going to be 5 all the cross. So 3 times 5, that's 15. So 3 times 5, 15. And then 15, because they're pairs. And so then 15 and 15 is 30. So I'm just going to bring those down. So then I've got, that's 90, so 190. And then millimeters squared. Okay, so I found each individual one. I kind of did some grouping as I brought it down, just to shortcut a little bit. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this next one. So again, just starting off with, I don't know why I always start with the top, go top to bottom. 3 times 6, I guess it's because they're easiest to see the numbers, is 18. So that's 18. So then 18 and 18 is 36. I'll bring that down. All right, so then I've got 6 and 8, another easy one to see. So 6 times 8 is 48. So that's 48. This is going to be 48. So bring them down together. That's going to be 96. Okay, and then this is 3. So this is going to be 3, and that's still 8. So that's going to be 3 times 8 is 24. 24 and 24 is 48. And so I am going to then add these up. So 48 plus 96 plus 36 equals 180. Okay, and so it's 180, just checking my math, inches squared. Okay, so next problem. So just breaking it up. If you need to, slow this down. Now here is an interesting one. This is the surface area of a cube. So what that means is, because it's a cube, it's made up of all squares that are the same. So our method here is going to be a little bit different because they're all the same. So if this is a square and that's 3, then this 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. But because it's a cube, they're all the same size. So that's 9, and that's 9, and that's 9, and that's 9, and that's 9. So you basically end up with 6 sides that have an area of 9. So 6 times 9 equals 54 yards squared. And so because it's a cube and all the sides are going to be the same, I just need to find one and then recognize that there are 6 of those, 6 sides, and times that. Okay? We like those cubes once you get the hang of them. All right, so this one here. Okay, 5 times 9. 5 times 9, 45, which makes this 45. So 2 of those, 45 and 45, is 90. So then I've got 9 times 8 for this one. 9 times 8, 72, which makes this one 72, which makes it 144 when I bring it down. So 72 times 7 times 2. There's 2 of them. So plus, and then I've got this last one here. So this is 5, so that's going to make that 5. This is still 8. 5 times 8 is 40. That's going to make that 40. I bring that down. That is 80. So I end up with 314 inches squared by adding all that up. Okay, so you kind of start seeing that there's a pattern to this. Try to get the hang of this. I'll do this one last one. Let's see what this next one is. Yeah. Oh, the next one's a cube, so I'll do that one too. All right, so I've got 3 times 9 equals 27. So I've got 27 there, which gives us 54. And then I've got 9 times 5 right here. So 9 times 5 is 45. And 45. Oh, 45 and 45 is 90. So if I have 2 of those, that's 90. And then I've got 3 on the side, so that makes that 3 and 5. So that's 15 and 15. So that's going to make that 30, 120, 174. So it's going to be 174 centimeters squared. I know that's a lot of math. A lot of math done in my head, but you have the Desmos calculator to help you. All right, now here's a cube. So again, a cube. So that means that this is 6 by 6. This is a square. That means they're all the same size as square. They're all 6 by 6. So if this is 36, they're all 36. So I have 6 sides that are 36. So 6 times 36 is 216. So these cubes are kind of nice squared. And that's how that rolls. Okay, so that is it for surface area from a net.